everybody. Welcome to our 26 Bowman Draft Jumbo Break. So I get my windows open here. We'll get number 27 linked. That one's been up there for a little bit as well. 5 days. Got 6 spots left, so, well, last I counted anyway. So that one's doing pretty well too. So 28 will be right around the corner soon. Actually, let me count. Atlanta, Boston, White Sox, Tampa, and Toronto. So it's got 5 spots left actually. And that is now linked in chat. Alrighty. So in today's break, we have Joseph O with the Orioles, Rays, and White Sox. He helped close us out last night. We have Joe D with the Red Sox. We have Todd S with the Yankees, Royals, Braves, and Giants. We have Ryan B with the Jays, and where's Ryan's other team? The Rockies. Down there. We have Christian with the Guardians, the A's, the Pirates, and the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks will be going up for, I thought I had the Royals. You do, but not in this one, starting in the next one, I believe. Let me see. Yes, starting in 27 you have them. This one has been up for 11 days. So your reserve started on number 27. So when you asked during the 25th break, this one had already been up and the Royals were already sold. We have Sherman with the... Oh yeah, as I was saying, the Diamondbacks will actually be for sale. They've been on reserve since release, because Christian will be switching to the Cubs on reserve due to Cam Smith's promotion to the Astros. Sherman has the Tigers, the Twins, and the Rangers. Michael S has the Astros, the Mariners, and the Marlins. David D has the Angels. Reyes J has the Mets. Eric S has the Phillies, the Reds, and the Brewers. Justin S has the Nats. Francisco has the Cubs and the Padres. DRM has the Cardinals, and George has the Dodgers. And one thing I didn't check to see, I was curious about just now, was Christian Moore. Did he make the team? I'm assuming not. I probably would have heard about it. Christian, no, it doesn't look like it. He got assigned a AA. He actually went all the way down to AA. There was talk about him making the Major League Club, because Angels do that. More did not. Yeah. But Ryan Johnson did, I think is his name. The other Angels prospect in this set. He's a pitcher. I think he was a second rounder. You did the crochet. Alright, so this is a new case for those keeping track. So don't know where the autos may be. Last case, they were all on these 3. Gonna feign ignorance and assume I have no idea. See what happens. So, opening day baseball 2025. Oh, Crochet was the other. I see. Oh, he didn't play any minor league games last year? Interesting. We have Ty Petey, Seattle. Vladimir Asensio, Red Sox. Dowell Joseph, Mariners. Leo DeVries, Padres. That is strange. Jackson Wentworth, first for the Jays. That is a very Angel thing to do, though, I guess. LP Langevin, first for the Royals. They're like, I don't need no stinking minors. They're fine. Tyson Neighbors, first for the Padres. Chandler Welch, first for the Brewers. Pablo Guerrero, Rangers. Max Clark, Tigers. Harry Ford, somebody calling me. Bye-bye. Harry Ford, Mariners. Yoelan Cespedes, Red Sox. Rodney Green, first for the A's. Trey Snyder, first for the Mets. Cody Shojinaga, first for the Phils. Ethan Bagwell, first for the Braves. Casey Salk, first for the White Sox. Eric Hernandez, first for the Braves. Nick Montgomery, first for the Braves. Ryan Sloan, first for the Mariners. Jacob Cozart, first for the Guardians. J.D. Dix, first for the Diamondbacks. And then our Chrome. Yeah, probably will be up. The Chrome first, Brian Holiday for the Cardinals. For DRM. First, Ethan Shufflebin for the Tigers for Sherman. Ethan Anderson, first for the O's for Joseph. Chris Cortez, first for the Angels for David. Braylon Doty, first for the Guardians for Christian. There's first rounder Griff O'Farrell for the O's for Joseph. And we do indeed have an auto, and it'll be of Eddie Reinders of Pittsburgh. And that'll go to Christian. I believe it's a 4th rounder. Yeah, 112th overall pick. There's Bowman Draft Night, Christian Moore, Angels for David. Refractor First Gauge Miller, Marlins. I believe 4th for Michael. 3rd. And Admiral De Los Santos for the Twins for Sherman. The 3rd round Gauge Miller. So I guess the autos are in those 3 packs again, after all. Pull one from the other stack. We have Dylan Cruz, Nationals. Adriel Radney, Diamondbacks. Fernando Cruz, Cubs. Aiden Major, first for the Guardians. Gage Zeal, first for the Yankees. Ethan Salas, Padres. Noble Meyer, Marlins. Arjun Mala, Blue Jays. Davidson De Los Santos, Marlins. Curly Martha, Rangers. Brandon Neely, first for the Red Sox. Brian Holiday, first for the Cardinals. Ethan Shufflebin, first for the Tigers. Ethan Anderson, first for the Orioles. Chris Cortez, first for the Angels. Braylon Doty, first for the Guardians. Griffin Burkholder, first for the Phillies. Jonathan Santucci, first for the Mets. Kellen Lindsey, first for the Dodgers. Travis Bazana, first for the Guardians. Cash Mayfield, first for the Padres. Caleb Bonemer, first for the White Sox. Alright, we have Trey Morgan, Chrome for the Rays. Dylan Cruz, Nationals. Dabner De Los Santos, Twins. Paulino Santana, Rangers. Josiah Romeo, first for the A's for Christian. Jackson Kent, first for the Nats for Justin. And a blue Boston Red Sox. It'll be Yoelan Cespedes, 22 of 150 for Joe. We have a plasma of Seaver King for the Nats. That'll be for Justin. A refractive first of Carson DeMartini for the Phillies for Eric. And it'll be a 4th rounder. And then Walker Jenkins for the Twins. There's definitely some very intriguing bats at the top of this class. For sure. Sebastian Walcott, Rangers. Vladdy Guerrero, Mets. Giovanni Rodriguez, Mets. Jose Perdomo, Braves. Nate Knowles, first for the Rays. Michael Massey, first for the Tigers. Enrique Bradfield Jr., Orioles. Jeremy Rodriguez, Mets. Tink Hence, Cardinals. Theron Lorenzo, Tigers. Aiden Miller, Phillies. Braylon Brazaban, Pirates. Jamie Ferrer, first for the Twins. Eli Serrano, first for the Mets. Aiden May, first for the Marlins. Blake Wright, first for the Rockies. Theo Gillen, first for the Rays. Jack Caglianone, first for the Royals. Cam Caminiti, first for the Braves. Ben Hess, first for the Yankees. Tyson Lewis, first for the Reds. And Billy Amick, first for the Twins. So we should have an auto in this pack. When we get there. Here's Nate Dome, first for the Mets, for Reyes. Luke Coleman, first for the Reds, for Eric. Griffin Burkholder, first for the Phils, for Eric. Jonathan Santucci, first for the Mets, for Reyes. Kellen Lindsey, first rounder for the Dodgers, for George. Theo Gillen, first rounder for the Rays, for Joseph. And an auto for the Reds. There's Chase Burns. There's a nice one for Eric. Second, was he second overall pick, I believe? Chase Burns. Pretty clean. Yeah, second overall. For Cincinnati. That's first solo Chase Burns auto I pulled, other than the dual auto one. We have Intune Seaver King for the Nats, for Justin. Refractor, there's Jared Thomas, second rounder for the Rockies, for Ryan. And Refractor Augustin Ramirez for the Marlins, for Michael. We pulled a good refractor in each pack so far. Get in there, corner. I want to go in. Bryce Eldridge, Giants. Tommy Troy, Diamondbacks. Aiden Smith, Rays. Yundry Vargas, Dodgers. Ty Petey, Mariners. Vladimir Senzio, Red Sox. Rainer Ayers, Giants. Colt Emerson, Mariners. Samuel Basallo, Orioles. Eduardo Herrera, White Sox. Tanner Jones, first for the Royals. Tyson Neighbors, first for the Padres. Griff O'Farrell, first for the Orioles. Bryce Rayner, first for the Tigers. Hagen Smith, first for the White Sox. Mike Sirota, first for the Reds. Carson DeMartini, first for the Phillies. Cal Steven, first for the Jays. Josh Kuroda-Grauer, first for the A's. Johnny King, first for the Blue Jays. Sam Antonacci, first for the White Sox. And Herrick Hernandez, first for the Braves. Chrome first, Josh Hartley for the Pirates, for Christian. Gavier Sears, first for the Padres, for Francisco. Zach Earhart, first for the Red Sox, for Joe. Ariel Armas, first for the Cubs, for Francisco. Nick McLean, first for the White Sox, for Joseph. Blake Larson, first for the White Sox, for Joseph. Carter Holton, first for the Braves, for Todd. And an Intune of Dylan Cruz for the Nationals. That is for Justin. Refractor first, Rodney Green, 4th rounder for the A's, for Christian. And then Pablo Guerrero for the Rangers. Francisco Villarreal, Yankees. Caden Dana, Angels. Brock Wilkin, Brewers. Walker Martin, Giants. Parker Smith, first for the Astros. Josiah Romeo, first for the A's. Jared Cerna, Marlins. Johnny Farmello, Mariners. Camilo Diaz, Astros. Walker Jenkins, Twins. Emil Morales, Dodgers. Adolfo Sanchez, Reds. Jared Thomas, first for the Rockies. Blake Burke and Braylon Payne, first for the Brewers. Chase Burns, first for the Reds. Gage Miller, first for the Marlins. Dylan Drayling, first for the Rangers. Errol Armas, first for the Cubs. Ben McTrimble, first for the Marlins. Ty Suthacine, first for the Cubs. Jaron DeBerry, first for the Brewers. Chrome first, Boston Bateman for the Padres for Francisco. Ryan Waldschmidt, first rounder for the Diamondbacks for Christian. There's Cam Smith, first for the Cubs. Opening day roster for Houston for Francisco. Jack Caglianone for the Royals for Todd. First rounder Cam Nady for the Braves for Todd. Yeah, is it for Houston? Well, he's for the Cubs in this product, but he's on Houston. Yeah, the Cubs get it. Ben Hess, first rounder for the Yankees for Todd. And auto for the White Sox. Look at that, very nice. Refractor auto of Hagen Smith, 5th overall pick for Joseph. Joseph just bought this team, I think right at the end there. So 496, 499, Hagen Smith auto. 5th overall. So the two top pitchers auto here. Burns and Smith. Plasma Kyle Teal for the Red Sox for Joe. Refractor first Cody Shojinaka for the Phils. That will go to Eric. And then Charlie Balinson for the Mariners for Michael. Double Joseph, Seattle. Leo DeVries, Padres. Jackson Wentworth, first for the Blue Jays. LP Langevin, first for the Royals. Chandler Welch, first for the Brewers. Pablo Guerrero, Rangers. Max Clark, Tigers. Harry Ford, Mariners. Yoelin Cespedes, Red Sox. Rodney Green, first for the A's. Trey Snyder, first for the Mets. Cody Shojinaga, first for the Phils. Ethan Bagwell, first for the Braves. Casey Salk, first for the White Sox. Cole Mathis, first for the Cubs. Nick Montgomery, first for the Braves. Ryan Sloan, first for the Mariners. Jacob Cozart, first for the Guardians. J.D. Dix, first for the D-backs. Braden Montgomery, first for the Red Sox. Nick Kurtz, first for the A's. And a sky blue paper upside down. Josiah Romeo for the A's, 132 of 499. And that will go to Christian. A 6th round pick. For Chrome, we have Victor Hurtado for the Nats. Felon Celestin for the Mariners. George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. Jared Cerna for the Marlins. Clark Candiotti, first for the Padres for Francisco. Tanner Jones, first for the Royals for Todd. And Caden Dana for the Angels. And the Lunar Glow for the White Sox. It's Blake Larson. That will go to Joseph. Refractor first, Trey Snyder for the Mets, but he's a 4th for Reyes, and then Adolfo Sanchez for the Reds. I'll go to Eric. Oh, he's a 5th. Joey Snyder's a fifth. Down here you go. We found a printing plate of Blake Larson, which I can't remember if it was Christian got. I saw it was up for sale. I think it was Christian. Zach Veen, Colorado Rockies. George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Shoji Vargas, Rangers. Augustin Ramirez, Marlins. Luis Guanipa, Braves. Chase Alsop, first for the Orioles. Connor Foley, first for the D-backs. Shannon Lin, Reds. Brock Porter, Rangers. Miles Naylor, A's. Alvin Luciano, first for the Diamondbacks. Ryan Campos, first for the Cardinals. Aaron Parker, first for the Jays. AJ Causey, first for the Royals. Bryce Cunningham, first for the Yankees. Levy Sterling, first for the Pirates. There's Ryan Johnson on the roster, first for the Angels. Titus Sissel, first for the Diamondbacks. Hunter Cranton, first for the Mariners. Seaver King, first for the Nats. Carson Bench, first for the Mets. And Brody Breck, first for the Rockies. For our Chrome, we have Yohandy Morales for the Nats. Juan Baez for the Brewers. Davison De Los Santos, Marlins. Colt Emerson, Mariners. Rainer Arias, Giants. Jeremy Rodriguez, Mets. And a Sky Blue Chrome of Pablo Guerrero, Texas Rangers. And that'll go to Sherman. In tune will be Hagen Smith for the White Sox. For Joseph, refractor first, Ethan Bagwell. Atlanta Braves for Todd. And Gajiel first for the Yankees for Todd. Jose De Paula, Dodgers. Brandon Sproat, Mets. Yohandy Morales, Nationals. Alexander Albertus, White Sox. Braden Taylor, Rays. Paulino Santana, Rangers. Clark Candiotti, first for the Padres. Ryan Harvey, first for the Yankees. Griffin Herring, first for the Yankees. Brooks Auger, first for the Dodgers. Connor Griffin, first for the Pirates. Carter Johnson, first for the Marlins. Drew Beam, first for the Royals. Dakota Jordan, first for the Giants. Daniel Egan, first for the Diamondbacks. Josh Carone, first for the Mariners. Cole Messina, first for the Rockies. Woody Hadeen, first for the Tigers. Eddie Reinders, first for the Pirates. Carter Matheson, first for the Phillies. Nate Dome, first for the Mets. Luke Holman, first for the Reds. Alexander Albertus, Chrome for the White Sox. Ty Petey, Seattle Mariners. Yohandy Vargas, Dodgers. Francisco Villarreal, Yankees. Giovanni Rodriguez, Mets. Parker Smith, Chrome first for the Astros, for Michael. Oh, it's an inaction. Connor Foley, first for the D-backs. An in-action die cut of Fallon Celestin, Seattle Mariners. It's the first time I've seen that one. That'll be for Michael. Refractor first rounder, Blake Burke for the Brewers, for Eric. And then Braden Taylor for the Tampa Bay Rays. So actually, Payne and Burke always come together in the base set. That'd be nice if they came together here in the refractors too, because then you get refractors of both Brewers first round picks. So let's see if we can find Payne also. That'd be a pretty sweet hit if we could do that. Trey Morgan, Tampa Bay. Mick Abel, Philadelphia. Dylan Cruz, Nationals. Adriel Radney, Diamondbacks. Fernando Cruz, Cubs. Aiden Major, first for the Guardians. Victor Hurtado, Nationals. Ethan Salas, Padres. Noble Meyer, Marlins. Arjun Namala, Blue Jays. Davison De Los Santos, Marlins. Curly Martha, Rangers. Brandon Neely, first for the Red Sox. Brian Holiday, first for the Cardinals. Ethan Scheffelben, first for the Tigers. Ethan Anderson, first for the Orioles. Chris Cortez, first for the Angels. Griffin Burkholder, first for the Phillies. Jonathan Santucci, first for the Mets. Kellen Lindsey, first for the Dodgers. Travis Pizzana, number 2, first for the Guardians. Cash Mayfield, first for the Padres. Alright, here's a first round Connor Griffin for the Pirates for Christian. Carter Johnson, first for the Marlins for Michael. Drew Beam, first for the Royals for Todd. Dakota Jordan, first for the Giants for Todd. Daniel Egan, first for the Diamondbacks for Christian. Josh Carone, first for the Mariners for Michael. Randall Diaz, first for the Nationals for Justin. A little speck on there. And a plasma insert of Leo DeVries for San Diego for Francisco. Refractor first, and there it is, as I mentioned. Braylon Payne. So both refractor first round Brewers for Eric, and then Trey Morgan for the Rays for Joseph. Alright, Gage Zeal, first for the Yankees. Bryce Eldridge. We have something that looks red, actually. A red paper? Bryce Eldridge, Giants. Tommy Troy, D-backs. Aiden Smith, Rays. Evanji Vargas, Dodgers. Rainer Arias, Giants. Cole Emerson, Mariners. Samuel Basallo, Orioles. Eduardo Herrera, White Sox. Tanner Jones, first for the Royals. Braylon Doty, first for the Guardians. Griff O'Farrell, first for the Orioles. Bryce Rayner, first for the Tigers. Hagen Smith, first for the White Sox. Mike Sirota, first for the Reds. Carson DeMartini, first for the Phillies. Caleb Bonemer, first for the White Sox. Cal Steven, first for the Jays. Josh Critter-Grauer, first for the A's. Johnny King, first for the Jays. Sam Antonacci, first for the White Sox. And this does look red. No doubt about it. The corner doesn't look perfect, though. And it is a White Sox. It'll be Sam Antonacci, and it'll be 3 of 5. Like I said, I see a little white in that corner. So, it's not perfect. But it will go to Joseph. Anyway, so you got a Hagen Smith refractor auto and a red Sam Antonacci of 5. With that white speck that I'm swiping off here. This top left corner, you can clearly see some white. You can see a little bit of a bend on the back side of it too. So he's a 5th rounder for the White Sox. But a red paper, which we have not seen this year. That's definitely the lowest. Alright, for our Chrome, we have Theron Lorenzo, Detroit Tigers. Camilo Diaz, Houston Astros. Ashedri Vargas, Rangers. Brandon Sproat, Mets. Kyle Teal, Red Sox. Zach Veen, Rockies. And a purple Marlin. Carter Johnson, I believe, is a 2nd rounder. 229 of 250 for Michael. 56 overall, 2nd rounder, Carter Johnson. Alright, we have In Tune, Christian Moore for the Angels, for David. Refractor, Chase Burns. Eric's getting some good refractors. And then Dylan Cruz for the Nats, for Justin. So I got refractors for all 3 of your teams up here, actually. Fallon Celestin, Mariners. Charlie Balinson, first for the Mariners. Jackson Kent, first for the Nats. Kyle Teal, Red Sox. Matt Shaw, Cubs. Luke Cashel, Twins. Cooper Pratt, Brewers. Ryan Clifford, Mets. Rhett Lauder, Reds. Juan Baez, Brewers. Byron Churio, Twins. Rafael Schlesinger, first for the Guardians. Dante Nori, first for the Phillies. Trey Yesovich, first for the Jays. Christian Moore, first for the Angels. Peyton Toll, first for the Red Sox. John Spikerman, first for the Phillies. Bryce McCage, first for the Mets. Josh Hartley, first for the Pirates. Kyrus Tears, first for the Padres. Zach Earhart, first for the Red Sox. And Randall Diaz, first for the Nationals. Here's a chrome first of Tyson Lewis for the Reds for Eric. Billy Amick, first for the Twins for Sherman. Cole Messina, first for the Rocks for Ryan. Woody Dean, first for the Tigers for Sherman. Eddie Reinders, first for the Pirates for Christian. Carter Matheson, first for the Phillies for Eric. And here's a speckle parallel of A's Nick Kurtz, 29 of 200. Actually, Christian now has two of these. He has one of these already. So that's cool. You have two Nick Kurtz speckles now. And you have two that look very good as well. This one looks pretty nice. Oh, wait, nope. Nope. There's the thing on the back here. Right above that A's logo, this little white thing. It looks like something is on it. Something is definitely on it that I would like to get off of it. I can feel it. Definitely doesn't want to come off though. But there's something. There's definitely something there. That's kind of annoying. It's good other than that little thing there. What the heck that is. I don't know what to say about that. So very nice hit. That's now Christian's third really nice Nick Kurtz hit. He's got a blue one and two speckles. Jack Caglianone, insert for the Royals for Todd. Refractor Casey Salk, first for the White Sox for Joseph. And Ryan Clifford for the New York Mets for Reyes. Fourth round, Casey Salk. We have Luis Baez, Houston Astros. Zero Hope, Dodgers. Braylon Morrell, Rangers. Denriche Valdez, Cubs. Roman Anthony, Red Sox. Grant Shepardson, first for the Marlins. Dabner De Los Santos, Twins. Gerald Perez, White Sox. Dalton Rushing, Dodgers. Joshua Lugo, Angels. Nathan Flowling, first for the Rays. Nick Mitchell, first for the Jays. James Tibbs, first for the Giants. Kalen Culpepper, first for the Twins. Chase Harlan, first for the Dodgers. Casey Cook, first for the Rangers. Nick McLean, first for the White Sox. Blake Larson, first for the White Sox. Carter Holton, first for the Braves. Boston Bateman, first for the Padres. Ryan Waldschmidt, first for the Diamondbacks. Cam Smith, first for the Cubs. And we have a chrome of Mick Abel for the Phillies. Tyson Neighbors, first for the Padres for Francisco. Brooks Alger, first for the Dodgers for George. Bloody Guerrero for the Mets. Ethan Salas for the Padres. Matt Shaw for the Cubs. Luis Baez for the Astros. A Plasma Nick Kurtz for the A's for Christian. And refractor first of Cole Mathis for the Cubs for Francisco. And Brock Wilkin for the Brewers for Eric. Cole Mathis is a second rounder. Oh, nice amount of refractors there for sure. Alright, time to recap what we have. So for our 3 autos, we have a refractor auto of Higgins Smith, 5th overall pick for the White Sox. We have an auto of Chase Burns, 2nd overall pick for the Reds. And Eddie Reinders, 4th rounder for the Pirates. We have a blue parallel 150 Yoelan Cespedes for the Red Sox, a sparkle parallel 200 Nick Kurtz, 1st rounder for the A's, a purple chrome Carter Johnson, 2nd rounder for the Marlins. We have a red paper of Sam Antonacci for the White Sox, that's numbered to 5, and a sky blue of 499 of Josiah Romeo of the Oakland Athletics. We have a lunar glow of Blake Larson for the Chicago White Sox, a sky blue chrome of Pablo Guerrero for the Texas Rangers. For our refractors, we have Gage Miller, right? Yeah, Gage Miller, who was a 3rd rounder for the Miami Marlins. Not Griffin Bolcarter. Carson DeMartini, who was a 4th for the Phillies. Jarrett Thomas, who was a 2nd rounder for the Rockies. Ronda Green, 4th rounder for the A's. We have Blake Burke and Braylon Payne refractors, both 1st rounders for the Brewers. Chase Burns, a 2nd overall pick for the Reds. Casey Salk, 4th rounder for the White Sox. And is it Cole Mathis for the Cubs? Yes, 2nd rounder for the Cubs. And then for our base chrome, we have Griffel Farrell for the O's, Theo Gillen for the Rays, Kellen Lindsey for the Dodgers, Griffin Burkholder for the Phils, Ben Hess for the Yanks, Cam Caminiti for the Braves, Jack Caglianone for the Royals, Cam Smith for the Cubs, Ryan Waldschmidt for the D-backs, Connor Griffin for the Pirates, and Tyson Lewis for the Reds, who's a 2nd rounder. So that will be that for our 26th Bowman draft. Jumbo break, number 27 is up for sale. 5 spots left, and soon to come, 28. So thanks for joining, everybody. I'll get you guys the results later today and get it shipped out as ASAP. So, I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Peace.